Dear students, you are welcome to the Education Department at SHAHD Association. Our lesson today is about lateral fractions. Make sure to subscribe to our channel for more lessons and don't forget to click the bell to stay notified. At the end of this lesson, you will be able to recognize the meaning of a lateral fraction, to simplify a lateral fraction, to add and subtract lateral fractions, and finally you will learn how to find the product of two lateral fractions. Simplification of lateral fraction. To simplify a lateral fraction, we need to simplify the numerical coefficients and the lateral coefficients. So if we have an example, 12ay cubed over 16y squared a squared, and we need to simplify this fraction. First, we need to simplify the numerical coefficients, and we mean by numerical the numbers or the constants, which are 12 and 16 in this example. Second, we can simplify the lateral coefficients. And of course, if you have an ability to simplify both of them, the numerical and the lateral coefficients, by one step you can do it. So 12 and 16 both, we can divide both of them by 4. So 12 divided by 4 equal to 3 and 16 divided by 4 equal to 4. Now let's start by lateral coefficients. Ay cubed over y squared a squared. Of course, we can simplify the lateral coefficients by using power rules. So y cubed over y squared, it's equal to y in the numerator, of course, because the greater power is in the numerator. So y cubed over y squared is equal to y to the power 3 minus 2. And a over a squared, it's equal to a power 2 minus 1 in the denominator, because the greater power present in the denominator. So 3y, the answer is equal to 3y over 4a. Minus 21y cubed over 28xy squared. So we can divide 21 and 28 by 7. So 21 divided by 7 equal to 3. Of course, don't forget to write the minus sign, because it's minus 21, not only 21. 28 divided by 7 is equal to 4. So we get minus 3y cubed over 4y squared a squared. Now let's simplify the lateral coefficients. So y cubed over y squared, it's equal to y cubed or y to the power 3 minus 2 in the numerator, of course. So the answer is equal to minus 3y over 4a squared. Addition and subtraction of lateral fractions. So now we will learn how we can add and subtract fractions of like denominators. And to do this, we need to follow these steps. Step 1, we need to make sure that the denominators are the same. Then we can add or subtract the numerators and put that answer over the same denominator. Third step, simplify the answer if applicable. So let's solve this example. 3 over 7x plus 5 over 7x. So both fractions having the same denominator, which is 7x. So we can write 7x and we can add the numerators. So the answer is equal to 8 over 7x. 15 over 10x minus 5 over 10x. Again, both fractions having the same denominator. So we can write 10x, then we can subtract 5 from 15. And the answer is equal 10 over 10x. So here we can simplify the fraction. 10 goes with 10 to give us 1 in the numerator and x in the denominator. Of course, it's equal to 1 over x because x presents in the denominator. 5x over 4 minus 13x over 4. This time the letters are in the numerator. Again, we can take 4 as a common denominator and we can subtract 13x from 5. And the answer is equal to minus 8x over 4. Of course, we can simplify this fraction. 8 goes with 4 to give us 2 in the numerator, of course. So the answer is equal to minus 2x. Again, addition and subtraction of lateral fractions, but this time with unlike denominators. We need to follow the same previous steps, but only we need to change the first step, where we need to multiply the numerator and the denominator of either both fractions or one fraction so that the denominator becomes same. Since we are dealing with unlike denominators, we need to make these unlike denominators as like denominators. So let's solve this example to understand the idea. 2 over 3x squared plus 11 over 12x. It's obvious that these two fractions don't share the same denominator. So we need to make these two denominators same. To do this, we need to multiply the first fraction by 4. Of course, the numerator and the denominator. So 2 by 4 and over 3x squared by 4. And of course, we are multiplying the numerator and the denominator by the same number because in this way we multiplied the whole fraction by 1. And in this way, the total value of this fraction will not be changed. So 3x squared times 4, it's equal to 12x squared. But in the second fraction, we have 12x in the denominator. So we need to multiply each the numerator and the denominator of the second fraction by x to get 12x squared in the denominator. So 8 over 12x squared plus 11 times x equal 11x, 12x times x equal 12x squared. So plus 11x over 12x squared. And in this way, we got same denominator, and then we can take 12x squared as common denominator. And of course, we can add the numerators together. 8 plus 11x. We can keep them as they are because they are unlike or they don't share like terms. 5 over 4x cubed minus 7 over x. Again, we need to make the unlike denominators same denominators. So we need to multiply the numerator and the denominator of the second fraction each by 4x squared. And we keep the same fraction as it is, 5 over 4x cubed. We have nothing to do with the first fraction. But we can change the second fraction or the form of the second fraction. We are not changing the value of the fraction, we are only changing the form of the fraction. So 7 times 4x squared, it's equal to 28x squared. X times 4x squared, it's equal to 4x cubed. Now we can take 4x cubed as common denominator. So 4x cubed as common denominator. And in the numerator, we can write 5 minus 28x squared. Now let's move to the easiest idea in this lesson, which is a product of lateral fractions. To multiply two lateral fractions, we only need to follow these three steps. Multiply the numerators, multiply the denominators, and the final step, as usual, simplify the answer if needed. Now let's solve these examples to understand the idea. 2x over 3 times 4x over 7. So we only need we can directly multiply 2x by 4x and 3 by 7. So, of course, we multiply the numerical coefficients with each other and the lateral coefficients with each other. So 2x times 4x, it's equal to 8x squared. 2 times 4 is equal to 8, and x times x, it's equal to x squared. Of course, you need to revise the power rules before you start by this lesson. 3 times 7 is equal to 21. Now, 13x over 3y times 2 over 3x squared. So 13x times 2 is equal to 26x. 3 times 3 in terms of denominator. 3 times 3 is equal to 9. Y times x squared is equal to yx squared. We can simplify this fraction. We can simplify x with x squared. So we can write 26 over 9yx. X squared, or x goes with x squared to give us x in the denominator. Because in the denominator will be equal to 9y times x to the power 2 minus 1, which is equal to x to the power 1. 3a over 2y squared times 4y cubed over a squared. So 3 times 4, it's equal to 12. A times y cubed is equal to ay cubed. In the denominator, 2y squared times 8a squared. So 2 times 8 equal to 16. Y squared times a squared, it's equal to y squared a squared. Now, let's simplify the numerical coefficients and the lateral coefficients. So, both 12 and 16 can be divided by 4. So 12 by 4, it's equal to 3. 16 divided by 4, it's equal to 4. Now, if we want to simplify the lateral coefficients, we can simplify y cubed with y squared to give us y in the numerator, and a with a squared to give us a in the denominator. And the final answer will be equal to 3y over 4a. Thank you guys for watching, and please do not hesitate to contact with me if you have any question. Try to solve the worksheet and send me your answers. Stay safe and good luck. If you liked this lesson, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more. And don't forget to click the bell to get all the updates.